I don't know what I want to do today, guys, but I'm speedrunning. I'm practicing, and this time I have I increased the pearl rates, guys. We're back. Practice for what? Just general practice, but mostly for like videos, you know? Video stuff. Manhunt. Other speedrun challenges. You guys have to remember, my last like actual speedrun was what, 2020? End of 2020? Right? 5 years ago? Do you at least E-Ray? Well, yes. The entity count that you guys see here is not the vanilla entity count. It's the entity count if my FOV was 30. It's just so I don't this is so I don't have to visually do anything for like you guys, you know, like, and in videos where people are just confused at me going doot 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 doot, you know, whatever, right? Oops, I just made my Minecraft crash. It's very different. Noob, yeah. It was very newbie. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's fine. There's a lot of techniques in like speedrunning when you're trying to go like literally as quick as possible that are very new to me on the latest version, at least, or in general. So I'm learning them. I feel like a lot of it's easy though, honestly. Like, I guess like I feel like being super precise is hard. Like being super precise with crafting and super precise with, I don't know, like a lot of the methods. But like I feel like a lot of the stuff is like pretty easy. Like, okay, I didn't know how to like like E-ray or whatever, and it's like, well, it's just easy. You just look around. You just look around and go, oh, there's more entities this way. All right, we go this way. What else? What's like new? I guess like one cycling I feel like is hard, but like at the same time it looks like it seems like it's reasonably easy. It's just like you need to memorize the coordinates you have to go to and all that jazz. And there's a lot of like, I think there's a lot of small like intricacies. Like as an example, like with the dragon perching one direction, it's just like, oh, it screws you over. There's, you know, it can screw you over. Like what happened to me a couple runs ago or whatever. So there's a lot of intricacies, but it's like once you like learn them, I feel like it's reasonably. I feel like a decent Minecraft player could get a really good speedrun time now, which I don't think used to be the case. Like I think it took a lot of like, I don't know, a long time ago. There was, I guess it's time. There's been techniques unlocked for. It's probably mostly the bastion routing, honestly. That has sped things up so much because you can get so many pearls, and then fire res, and then you just pearl around, and you get the fortress, and then you're good. Yeah, the seed's cooked. Do you practice crystal PvP anymore? I do practice crystal PvP. I've practiced it some. Here, I'll show you a match. Let's see. Oh, I can't. Let's do a crystal PvP match. Oh god. I'll go back to speedrunning. We're both trash. Oh god. GG. Just do 600 in the next month. That won't be happening, but I could see it happening by the end of the year, guys. I could see. This is my plan. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, you guys noticed I went through like a little PvP training arc, right? Like, I'm not like now all of a sudden like the goat at PvP, but I'm way better than I was before, right? Like, I'm in my prime in PvP, in my opinion. I still have like stuff that I want to get better at. I want to get better at Crystal, and I want to get better at I want to get even better at like shield and axe and so on, but I'm doing that kind of with like speedrunning as well right now. Like I think that I'm right now I feel like I'm not behind my prime in speedrunning, but like I'm not. I feel like it won't take me that long to get a lot better, like a lot better. because like there's just so many things that I'm not good at that are just because I don't have any practice with them. And if I just spend like a little bit of time practicing them, like that's what I'm doing right now. That's why you guys are getting some streams. And then after that, then I'll be up to scuff at PvP, up to scuff at speedrunning. Then I want to do some like actual like manhunt practice. So right now, my next video that I did a team up video with the Quavis where we're both speedrunning Minecraft, but it swaps who's controlling the player every minute. And I want to do some manhunts with like random people, you know, like other YouTubers and stuff that aren't the hunters I'm used to just practice and learn, you know. And so I did that with DeQuavis, and then I'm also going to do that with some other YouTubers, probably like other maybe manhunt YouTubers. So if anyone's watching this and is interested, you can let me know. Basically you team up with me like a manhunt, and then okay, well there's a bunch of wither skeletons which I don't like, and then I'll be ready. So there we go. Oh god. All right. Well, these guys are going to be a problem actually. Okay, well, I don't think just running by and ignoring these guys is gonna work. No, I'm dead. But yeah, I didn't say Bastion anyway, so I don't care about that run. So that's my plan, guys. My plan is I'm getting trained up, guys. I did the same thing before the previous Manhunt series, guys. Like I didn't just jump right into it. Like right now, you can laugh about like I don't know, like even when I was first PvPing, like I had some people post some videos and they were clowning on me, you know, whatever. And then it didn't take me very long to get more like up to scuff. You know, like some of the top players will still crap on me or beat me pretty soundly, but they have a lot more practice. They play like every single day, many hours a day, or have been doing it, you know, specifically a certain game mode. So it's the same thing with this. It's like I'm definitely not like right now super good at beating the game super fast. I know I have a lot of experience with like manhunt. Like I know a lot of the do's and don'ts in manhunt and a lot of experience with specific like manhunt scenarios, but then it will be helpful to know if I actually want to have a chance and not have recordings take a super long time. I need to be better. I'm sure that you guys agree as well. So, but I see the path. Like I see the path. I think that there's certain things that I don't really need to get better at that I can get better at, that I want to practice. But generally, it's like I feel like I'm a quick like learner. So there's two boats, but they're both bad boats. Like that's a bad boat, but I might have what did that person say? You ever thought about playing MCSR? No. I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. A lot of the speedrunning community doesn't like me for like valid reasons. So I'm never trying to like I've tried my best to like make amends with people the most I can and do what I can. I donated a lot of money to speedrunners and to the speedrunning community, and I've tried to support people the way I can. But I'm not interested in like upsetting anybody, and I feel like it's literally been 5 years, guys, since my last time, over 5 years since I submitted a speedrun like to the leaderboards. So it's been literally over 5 years. And so I'm not trying to, and honestly, like I don't think there's a world where I could get good enough to submit runs that aren't just me submitting them for my own like pride, you know, like actually competitive runs. Like the times now are so good, and the players right now that are the top players are so good. Like I'm really good. This is something that you guys may not realize if you guys go back and look at my channel. I'm really good at finding like a niche or like a thing that no one else is really doing, becoming the best at it when no one is really doing it, and blowing it up, like blowing that thing up or bringing a lot of attention to it, and then just like it's after that it's kind of like dropped out. So I'll give you some examples. I guess like, you know, speedrunning the latest version is one of those. Like whenever I started speedrunning 1.16 or whatever, the only reason I got any records at all was because no one was doing it. And when I mean no one was doing it, I mean no one. There was no runners. There was like no runners at all. No one sped on it. But I was like, I'm playing the latest versions for my videos. I want to speed on it. And so I did it. I got some world records because no one was doing it. And the same thing applied to like Axe PvP as an example. Like whenever I started doing Axe Shield PvP, guys, no one was doing it. No one was even really playing on the latest version. Like most people were playing 1.8 PvP. Even I was playing 1.8 PvP. So I became one of the best players on Axe Shield PvP back in the day, primarily because not many people did it, right? Like not because I was so super good, but because not many people did it. But because I got in and I learned how to do it myself, and I figured out I had the few people that did play, I got in with the community and talked to them and learned from them. And I feel like I've done that with a lot of areas. And so it's never that I'm the best at almost anything. It's usually that I'm very like adaptable, and I'm good at finding things that are really like and that are good for content, or that are fun, or that are whatever, and then becoming good enough at them to beat like other people. Good enough for them to like beat other people and become one of the best people, and then it blows up, and then after that it's like, well, later on people clown me or say something and be like, oh, Dream's trash now. It's like, well, no, I'm not trash now. Everyone else just got better. I didn't get worse. It's the same thing even with like speedrunning. Like I feel like I brought a ton of attention to Minecraft speedrunning, and I think that it'd be beneficial to the speedrunning community for me to do more speedrun videos. Like I think that would be really big for everybody, like all the content creators, everybody that's involved, like regardless of how they feel about me. Like they don't have to like me or support me, but I think that they should want me to speedrun, because if I speedrun, that's a lot of eyes on speedrunning, and everyone has a higher chance at making money and having a career and stuff off of speedrunning. And I don't mean submitting runs. I just mean like even just this, like doing speedrunning streams. Like all of a sudden I'm introducing I'm sure a lot of you guys, like obviously a lot of you guys are probably into speedrunning, but a lot of you guys probably aren't. I assume there's some of you that are like, don't understand any of this, right? And you're gonna watch this stream, you're gonna enjoy it, or whatever, and then you're gonna go find a runner that's a lot better than me, and be like, holy cow, this guy's cracked. Maybe find their streams, right? I think that's a really cool thing. So, who's a top 1.16 speedrunner so I can support them? That's a good question. If you mean like no personally, I don't really know any of them personally, but I think that the record holder right now is like Dog Isle. Am I wrong, guys? Somebody that's a speedrunning guy can tell me. Am I wrong? Dog Isle? Or maybe say something different. Infume? Someone said Infume? Oh shit. Wait, is it Infume? Did Dog Isle have the old one or something? Oh, it's Loki. Wait, no, I'm being stupid. Yeah, it's Loki. Okay, yeah. It's Loki. Loki's cool. I mean, I don't know as a person, but runs are cool. I think he has a set seed record too, right? Your sensitivity is high, Dream. Yeah, I know it is. My DPI is high. I actually turned it down just before the stream. I know. I really need to find, because I keep wrecking my muscle memory by changing my DPI, and so like my crafting sucks and like my inventory management sucks, and like I really need to stop changing it. But I need to find like what I want, and I don't have something right now. Something I wanted to do was to try and develop a new speedrunning like technique for this version, because like, okay, I actually was speaking with some other speedrunners offline, but there is the new trial chambers, right? And the trial chambers can be pretty good because they have like pearls in them. And I was trying to think maybe there's some cool techniques you can do with like trial chambers potentially, because of the pearls. So like, and they're also not that difficult to like run around and like loot. Like I'm gonna start with nothing. I'm just gonna run around. I mean, there's a spawner there, but like look, there's 2 pearls. I got a pickaxe. Like I have nothing right now. I literally just spawned in with nothing, and I'm just running around. I'll get myself cooked beef. Yeah, they have maces, guys, but maces are like hard to get. Oh, I have to shift. Well, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, and there's like these dispensers I think can have water buckets. Other stuff as well, but water buckets. Slowness, that's not very helpful. I'm gonna die. Let me just go F3, F4. Spectator mode. Okay, where is the other... I wanted to look and see what these all have. Can I break them in creative? Yeah. So you can go around and break all these. You also have... You can get blocks. That's pretty good. What else can you get? I think this is like the starter room. You just get basic stuff. Where are more barrels? There's just less barrels on this one, or is this normal? Like normally, how many there are? I came in one of these the other day, and I got like 6 pearls or something. Fun fact: if you have Bad Omen, any type, the trial chambers will give you better rewards than allow you to use the master reward thing. Yeah, I am aware of that. You can also get the potion in chess. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Of course. Trial chambers are pretty cool. I want to use trial chambers and manhunts because the loot is OP, and I can also try and get like a mace, which would be really good. But I was trying to figure out what the easiest way to find them is, and I think it's probably to trade for a cartographer stuff. For a cartographer map, like, sorry, a cartographer villager for a map to trial chamber. But I don't know. I want to figure out like the exact loot, like what basically statistically, what will you get? How many pearls will you get from a trial chamber? And statistically, how many? You should increase the chances for mace and manhunts. I don't. That feels a little cheese. That feels a little cheese, doesn't it? So, like, guys, there are a lot of stuff done server side to make manhunts like better. Obviously, and like one of them is increasing pearl rates. One of them is decreasing like the amount of the eyes like break. Like there's stuff like that. But that feels a little too much. Making mace increase. That just feels like me adding something specifically for my own benefit. Do you think you could beat Clown Pierce in a 1v1 dream? Yes and no. I think it depends on what you're talking about. Like I think that there's specific game modes. Like I think that it also depends on like are you giving us both a month beforehand to train, or is there a certain map? Is it a certain version? What's the kit? You know, because like there's certain things that he'd probably destroy me on, and there's certain things I'd probably destroy him on. I think that the average game just depends. Like I think that if you're talking about parkour, yeah, I think I'd whoop him in parkour. We did a parkour race, do it on a map. We had the same time period to practice on it. Like I think I'd win 9 out of 10 times. You talking about PvP? I don't know. Like talking about like specifically axe sword. I think I'd probably win. If not, I think I could. I think that with time to practice, that I think I could. Talking about like UHC, I guess he'd probably win because I don't have SMP kit. Yeah, he'd probably win. He has a lot more practice. He'd probably kick my butt because I don't have any practice with like SMP kit, and I also I need to get used to my new keybinds for like UHC type kit. If you're talking about like a manhunt, I think I'd win. So yeah, I think it just depends. I think with what you're imagining, probably I think he'd probably win. But what I'm imagining like the things that I'm good at. I'm like, okay, we do a parkour race, we do a manhunt, we do a I don't know, like the type of stuff we did with like DeQuavis. Like if we just recreated, like imagine me versus Clown Pierce, but we recreated exactly what I did for DeQuavis. Who do you think would win then? I think that's an interesting question. I think that's interesting. Like I think that a lot of even people that are Clown Pierce fans would probably be like, that's interesting. Actually, yeah, who would win that? If we did the exact same games, we did. Started with like a axe shield, like maybe PvP duels right now. If we like played tomorrow, I think he'd probably win. But then like the mini games ones, like I feel like if I had a rerun at that, like similar games, I think I'd probably win. And then manhunt, I think I'd win. So it's interesting. I'm definitely overthinking your question, but what about a build competition against Grian? Are you just trying? You just want me to like? You want me to unalive myself on stream? That seems like that's what you're asking for, guys. I don't know who 6 Hunter is. Okay, I don't know who all the hunters are. I feel like we'd probably want to do the same group, right? I imagine. I don't know for sure, but I feel like we would want to do the same group. And then I feel like the 6 Hunter, I feel like there's a few options. You know, I think there's many options. Should we do some like trials or something, guys? Would that be cool? I've never done content around picking that like who the hunter is. Should I do content around it? Should I have there be like trials, or have it be like that could be interesting actually. I've never thought about that. Like what if there's like tryouts and they compete against each other or something? Cause I could like still pick who those people are. It's like the Hunter Games or something. That's interesting. That could be kind of cool. We did like the Hunter Games, and it's like 5 people that I pick, and then 1 like random fan or something, and they're all competing in like some game to like decide who's the next hunter. What would they compete in though, guys? The problem is, guys, is I can't, like, just being genuine, guys. Every person you adds like their own like subset of skills and stuff, right? And like I can't have them be too good, I guess. Like that makes sense, right? Like I couldn't have like, obviously I couldn't have like Technoblade, you know, rest in peace, be the 6 Hunter. Like that just wouldn't make sense. Like it just wouldn't work. Because he'd be too good, and it would just make us that it just increases the difficulty by too much. So that rules out some people, because you can't have them be too good. But you want them to be good at like certain things, you know? Like they have to be competent. They could be really good at like building. I mean, maybe not building is a good example, but they could be like really good at redstone, and that'd be fine. But then they couldn't be like too good at PvP or something. In a real manhunt, you just spawn into a random world whenever you decide to and wait for the hunters. Let me just see that again. It's not a random world, no. The seeds are like pre-picked for manhunts. To make sure they're good. So there's like there's a big list of seeds that are picked. Why do you not do ocean runs? They're objectively the best for fast overworlds. It's not true. Not on this version. Jesus, they actually suck on this version. There's no magma ravines, so you can't do underwater portals. Buddy.